What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So the World Cup promo on FIFA Mobile is dropping very soon. In fact, tomorrow soon, maybe even today, depending when this launches and depending where your time zone is. But definitely very excited about this one. There was a Twitch stream earlier today that broke this whole promo down. If you haven't watched it, awesome watch through. Epic job from the FIFA Mobile team over there putting that together and walking through this promo. But we picked up a bunch of screenshots to show you, and they're going to tell you everything kind of that we learned from this promo. Make sure to come back tomorrow as well. We will be putting together some videos and going through this and doing what I really want to do here, which is pack the one and only prime icon Dennis Bergkamp. And this is also something I'm very excited about. He is actually packable out of just like the regular packs that people open. You could literally, I feel like, pack this card in the first pack that you open from here, just from like what you got from playing through that World Cup tournament. So I mean, I'm assuming your chances are like 0 and only Stopde could pack it. Maybe even not Stopde. Like that's probably how low the chances are. But it is possible, which I mean is something we've kind of been asked for a while. And it's Dennis Bergkamp. It's like double win, right? Pack opening, Dennis Bergkamp. All right, let's talk about the rest of it. So we got the first thing we had up here, which is the main stadium. I don't want to say main stadium. The main screen that we have of this one. So you can see Van Persie on here as well. So the event exclusive icon, you get 107 overall event icon. I love the card art on this, first of all. And then we have two paths that they're showing here. So there's the easy path and then there's the hard path. Now, this I was a little confused on this one if you have to play all 3 matches of the hard because we don't see it on the screenshot, and you play 3 rounds. So if you're playing more, what I gathered, you play more of the easy one than you would play of the hard one. So I'm not sure if you're playing 3 hard matches down there and then 3 easy matches on the top. But what I was to assume is that the hard one is harder, but less time you would spend, but you get the same rewards no matter which one you use. So even if you pick the easy path, you get the same rewards as the hard path, but you're playing like maybe a more difficult thing in the hard path, but you maybe like play time would be left. That's what I got from it when I was watching the stream. But I don't know, maybe you got something different out of that one. But either way, I feel it's kind of cool that we can kind of go through this. I mean, it's a standard thing, you know, you're playing through the matches. This is a pretty cool part of the promo, but not the part I'm most excited about. There's some very, very exciting things that I'm very excited about in this promo. Weekend ranking, as you can see on there, is definitely one of them. And the bonus prize one I'm very excited for too. So you can also see here that from completing different goals, you can get the ticket booth at different levels. So it looks like you can level up this ticket booth. I'm not sure if it shows us what all the rewards are like as we go through it, but it does say if you claim it, it is going to reset that back. So at level 1, it looks like 1,450 gems though. That's kind of cool, like 1,450 gems right off the bat there. I don't know if you can do that like every single time. You're just going to get 450 gems every time this resets, and how often resets are in those things. I didn't catch that part of it, but it does seem like it'd be kind of cool for that to go through. So earning reward points, scoring goals in the chapter, playing matches in the chapter, winning matches will level you up, and you can claim your path as you go along there as well. So definitely excited about that one to see what's going on for the main reward section that we got going there. All right, the next one we had was the different packs that your passes, the different passes that you can get there. So the only one up here is the attacker pass, which is Memphis Depay, and then we have the midfielder pass and the defender's pass. It was said that they are still the same currency, so it's not like in like team of the year or anything like that where you have different currencies. You're still getting the same currencies out of just different passes with different kind of, obviously an attacker player for this one in Memphis Depay, and other players you can get there as well. And then if you play 100 or win, I guess you got to win 100 skill games and matches in the chapter, and that is going to get you the enhanced base icon vintage card there as well. So kind of cool there. I actually really like the card art. I'm kind of a big fan of this card art on this with the flag in the background. The fact that they're wearing the national team kits is also super awesome. But let me know, what are your thoughts on the card art so far? What are your thoughts on the dynamic images that we got going on with this one? Okay, and then we have this. Again, this is very similar to all the previous things that we've seen in them. A pathway that you can go along. The only thing that's interesting about this one, we'll see this more on the second part of this, is there is different groups for this. So there's the group A, group B as one, and then C, D, and then so on. And so it is one of those ones where you're going to kind of want to pick and choose which group you want to focus on in this one. I kind of like the look of this first group, obviously, because the Netherlands is in the group AB, but also Canada, right? I would like to see some Canada players coming out of there. So not sure what it's going to look like for the different cards in the future parts of this promo, but very excited that we can kind of go through this. I'll show you on this next one. So in this next one, you can see here we got Van Persie. That is going to be the max reward that we have. So I'm not 100% sure how much that event icon is going to cost us if you're going to be able to get one event icon. In terms of the actual numbers calculations, we won't really know any of that until the promo drops tomorrow, or at least the guide drops. So we have an idea of how many points we can pick up from there. But again, a lot of these different rewards and stuff you can pick up, you know, playing through the tournament, playing through these different things, playing our daily things. I think the tournament doesn't have an impact on this one, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I'm pretty sure the tournament goes towards the one where you can back Dennis Bergkamp, and then the upgrading stadium thing was talked about later. Okay, next one is the bonus prize, and this is, you know, and I don't think it's gonna shock you. This is the one that I'm like probably most excited for, is the bonus prize section. So what you can do here, and you can see that the token at the bottom that you get to use, that's the one that we've actually, well, it looks the same. I'm assuming it's the same because it looks the exact same as the one that we've been getting playing through the tournaments, getting your first win rewards in the tournaments, playing through those things as well. So we can spend that on opening up this prize pool, and the prize pool, which it says expires in 5 days, so I'm assuming it's gonna kind of rotate through with each of the different weeks of this promo, contains all of these different rewards. Now you can see there's a 1 out of 1 there for the prize player, the 1 out of 1 player, the 90 plus player, 1 out of 1 for the attacker boost, 1 out of 1 for the gems, and all of those. So what you can basically do is every time you open this up, you're gonna get one of those things. So it almost seems like a box draw sort of system where once you've got 6 of the program players, you're not gonna be able to get them again until you reset your prize pool that you would have. So I don't know what the resetting the prize pool is going to be, if it's going to reset once like for free or whatever, or if you have to pay FIFA points, gems, whatever that's going to be. I'm assuming it probably would be like a FIFA point gem thing to reset your wheel, but you do have the prize player at the top, and you could actually get that on the first one. Now the prize player can include these top players. So we got Dennis Bergkamp. First of all, I love the card art on that prime icon. We got Harry Kane, Koulibaly, and De Jong in there as well. So 4 really nice looking players. I'm assuming that there are players between 90 and these players. Like, it's not like as soon as you get a 90 plus player, you're getting one of these possible top players. I'm assuming there's like not just like, you know, all of a sudden you get the top reward and everyone's getting one of these 4 cards, but it is possible to get the top reward of the prime icon, which I absolutely love to see. But if you don't get them, you can spend 100,000 in the program tokens in the chapter to guarantee yourself this Dennis Bergkamp. Then we have the big one, the weekend ranking. So the weekend ranking is PvP, PvE matches to earn exclusive rewards and stadiums. So you get bonus tickets when you get 7 players of the same nation, 150 bonus tickets, 5 players, and then 200 bonus tickets with 2 icon players in your lineup. So that's very similar to kind of what we did in a lot of the previous kind of weekend tournaments, those kind of things, is getting those bonus points from there. But it looks like there is a limit of the match you can play each weekend. So there's 10 matches you can play, and then each day you can watch an ad to get a bonus one for an additional 3 matches for a total of 13 matches and 3 different divisions. If you just want to go ahead, play against the computer in this one, or I guess the phone. You're playing against the phone, right? You can do the lower tier division where you need a maximum 95 overall for team and players and a minimum of the 80 overall for the team and players. The mid tier division 96 to 110, and then the high tier division 111 overall plus. So that is going to be really exciting to try and go in and try and play in these different tier divisions, go through it. But the coolest part about this part right here, there's a ranking system, and I'm not sure how the tie-breaking thing is going to work on this, but it basically looks like it's almost like FUT Champs, right? 13 matches you play, no, 13 matches you play in the weekend, and if you can get in that top 5%, you are going to get better rewards as you kind of continue to go up. And this is in the low tier division, so they said that in the higher tier divisions, you are even going to get better rewards than you're going to here, which better than a 98 plus player is kind of cool. So I'm excited to see what the rewards are going to look like from that one. Interested to see how it's going to play in terms of like if it's versus attack, head to head. So not really sure how that is going to work there, because I definitely don't want to be tie breaking head to head and versus attack. That wouldn't really work well. But it'd be interesting to see how that sort of plays out in there. But this has really big, like, reminding me of back in like when you had like the Derby events and stuff they had to do. Only hopefully a bit nicer than the Derby, where I paid like 6,000 matches to come top 2 in my one, because it was just play as many matches you can. This one looks like it's like who can perform the best over a limited number of matches, which I'm excited to find out and see how we can do in this one. Then we go to the next one, which is the stadium one. So this is where you get those tickets. It looks like there was quests you could do if you've played through the quests that have already sort of showed up. I saw there's tickets in there. I'm assuming it's the same kind of tickets. And then you get the tickets from the weekend tournament as well. So the weekend tournament, or the weekend ranking thing that we have, you could see that when you were playing in the weekend matches at the side, that's where you got those bonus tickets you could go through. And then I'm assuming you get some from your weekend ranking thing that you would have from there too. You can use this to upgrade the different values. So if I go ahead, I can upgrade guest services all the way up to a max maximum overall, or a maximum level of 10, and then every 12 hours you can come back and claim that reward. And it sounds like once you upgrade it once, it's been upgraded. So we don't need to keep upgrading it every single time. We just need to upgrade it that one time, and then we can claim that reward over and over again every 12 hours. And you kind of pick which one you want to do. Each one is like coins, skill boost. I think players were in there. I forgot the other two, but you can go watch the live stream if you really want to know which ones the other two were. I just don't remember, and I don't really write things down. Then we have the way to claim the program players. So these are the same players that we saw earlier, although I thought they were 105 on the other screen. But anyways, I'm pretty sure these are the same players that we saw in the bonus prize one, where that chance of getting Dennis Bergkamp. So it looks like if you don't pack them there, you are able to get them from this guaranteed point one, and it does say new players will be added weekly. So that's where I'm unsure of how the player is going to work in that bonus prize one there, because it does say new players get added weekly here. So are we going to add them new ones on top of this? Are we going to get them instead of these players in the other section? So that part I'm not sure about, but this is an interesting one that we have with the program players. My kind of thought is it's going to add the new program possible players we could get, maybe those replaced, but Bergkamp is going to be that one that we can get throughout the promo. But that's just my guess. Anyways, we got Group A, B special, player special, Group A, B player offer. So again, not sure how we're going to receive these points, not sure how you're going to attain these points, but with 160 of them, you can get one of these players for guaranteed. And so you can choose that, or you can get lucky and pack it in the bonus rewards section as well. Then we got a few more of these players as well. Van Dijk in there, Sterling, McKennie in there. So I really like the Van Dijk card, looks super sick. Definitely like to add that to the team as well. But those are, I guess, some of the 105s. I'm assuming also some of the ones we could do in the bonus prizes, but I don't know if they said that and I missed it, or if they didn't say anything about that. But they look like they're on that same section as the bonus prizes, so I'd assume they would be packable in there as well, but I'm not sure. Next thing we got is the player collection. This is a very cool kind of thing as well. Basically, once you collect everything in this group, you can unlock an extra bonus player from this. Now, players from the market exchanges do not fill the requirement. The only one that I don't love is that it doesn't, like, exchange players don't fill it, but it is from the different packs you get, from the bonus prizes. All those different things seem like they will satisfy the criteria for this. So at any 92 plus player from Group A, B, C, D, E, all the way up to H is going to get you that first part filled, and it's going to get you the player. But there also is player collections for a whole bunch of other things. We also have top stars. We have FIFA World Cup players, so 15 program players, 5 program players, 3 program players, 11 program players, getting Harry Kane, Van Dijk, Messi, Lewandowski, Mbappe, De Bruyne, Ronaldo. All of these ones are going to unlock a player. So I'm not sure what that player on the bottom is going to be, but I'm expecting some kind of cool players to come out of that bottom one from there as well. But kind of a cool different thing to sort of like look at how to build your team out, how to collect the players going along from there as well. I'm assuming you could also get path players that would count for there too when you're going through it. I feel like that would make sense to be able to get the path players when you're going through there to count to that as well. And it doesn't say you can't get path players including in there, but either way, a very cool way to sort of like look at kind of building out your team and doing those things as well. Then we got the event icons, collecting all the event icons. I'm hoping to do that. You get like a prime icon or something. But again, I don't really know what we're getting from there, because it doesn't show us what you get from claiming them. But a cool new way to sort of collect players, build them up as you go throughout the promo, and sort of, you know, collect them all, right? It's like Pokemon's dropping this week. You got to collect all the players, and you got to collect all the Pokemon. I'm going to do a lot of collecting over these weeks, because I also want to get that new Pokemon game. We got the team vote here. So the team vote is where we get to pick the players they're going to get a boost out of this one. So each of the different regions, you can choose a player, and you're going to get a reward for choosing a player. And they're going to get an overall boost at the end of the event. Now, apparently these are players that come from not every player, but there's specific players that receive an overall boost. Something about winning a tournament, something like that. You're getting the players from there. But anyways, it's not every player is going to get it, but by voting in there, you can see each of the different regions. You can vote in the region, and you can go and see which players you get an overall boost, which means we gotta vote for Canada. In the Canada group, in the North America group, we're voting for Canada, right? Because I want to see a max-rated Canadian player. So we're going to win the World Cup, and then we're going to get there too. Also, Netherlands. So not trying to sway your vote, but Canada and the Netherlands, I think, is a great idea for us to vote for. But who are you voting for? I guess we want to know that. Anyways, exchange players. We have Group A and B players, Elite Exchange player, Gold Exchange player. So as I was saying, this unfortunately doesn't count towards that other thing that we had earlier, but you can get some new players to add to the team, get your full World World Cup squad, get a full Netherlands World Cup squad, get a full Canada World Cup squad, a whole bunch of different ones. So a lot of kind of exciting team building and stuff that we can do out of this promo. I feel like a lot of World Cup teams are just basically going to be a big part of everybody's team from now on with this one. Then we got the Star Pass as well. So going through the Star Pass, you can get all the different Star Pass players. I'm assuming this works very similar to all the other Star Passes. And then a few screenshots of some players we got. We got Ferdinand here with the stats on that one. So liking the look of that. And then we got our next one. We got Van Persie here. So some good shooting on that Van Persie card as well. And then we have Dennis Bergkamp, 130 shooting, 128 dribbling, a 500 million coin valuation. I mean, it's Dennis Bergkamp, so he is priceless. But that's pretty good. 5-star as well. I like to see that. And then Ashley Cole as well. The final one, left back Ashley Cole. And I really like the new card art on the prime icons that we got going on here. But that's what we got going on. That's the new promo. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know, are you excited for the new World Cup? Which players do you want to try and add to your team? Are you going to be lucky and pack that Dennis Bergkamp? Are you going to get that Stopde dog luck? But it's been a pleasure as always. Thank you for checking this out and stopping by. Stopde out.